So do you feel the ACC has built a viable product out here now?
I think
as a league.
I think they're coming along. They are coming along. If you remember back when Miami was winning championships, they really wasn't a part of the ACC at that time.
Right.
But they still played that type of finesse ball. It's a different type of football being played in the SEC. That's hard-nosed. The ACC plays a little bit of both. They play a little bit of finesse, and then when they have to play hard-nosed with you, they will play hard-nosed with you. But the SEC, to me, is the toughest league by far. Some people may not agree, but to me, it is. You're going to be in for a fight just about every weekend in the SEC, and I'm quite sure a lot of those players are bruised and battered after playing teams like Georgia and Alabama.
That's true. Yeah, my man, 334 Bama boy mad at you about this Sweeney because I guess he's an Alabama fan, so he ain't like that.
That's okay. Yeah. That's okay.
He'll be all right. He'll be all right.
He'll be okay.
That's all right, 334 Bama boy. It's all right, man. Hey, but for real, is there any when we actually started the trade, he didn't say there was no teams in Alabama yet. He said that was Tennessee, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia. Maybe y'all will expand out to Alabama at some point in time, but I'm sure.
But there are teams. There are teams in Alabama. They're just not in this league. There are teams. Oh yeah, they have teams in Alabama that's really playing some good ball. One of them being the Opelika Chiefs. So they have teams out there that are very competitive. But he just haven't expanded the league over to Alabama as of yet. But I'm quite sure by next year, of course, those Alabama teams will be added.
All right, then let's talk business-wise here.
Okay.
What if you were interested in forming a team? What does it take?
Actually, it takes doing your research about the different leagues that you have around here. You would actually have to. I would suggest you get a business license, get registered with the state, because when you're trying to do business with, even trying to get a stadium, they want to see that you are a registered business and not just someone that says that they have a team. After you acquire, that. Then you get your league together, and then you would have to actually get your coaching staff together.
Okay.
And the thing is, if you build it, they will come. So that's the way I see it. You build it, they will come. So, it's a lot goes into it on a day-to-day basis. A lot of phone calls, a lot of calling back and forth to the high schools trying to get the stadium. It's a pretty detailed work. Just like Tracy was saying, it's detailed. You'd be up to 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning trying to make sure that your roster is correct. So that's why you have to have as many people helping you as possible. Even as an owner, you're going to need your general manager. You're going to have some staff personnel helping you with all of this. Because you have to remember that some teams carry as many as 50 to 60 guys. So that's a lot of paperwork.
That is.
For one person to be trying to deal with. So, of course, you're going to need to build your staff. You're going to need to acquire someone to actually do your film work for you. You're going to need to get your website.
Okay.
Do that also. Because if people don't know about you, how can they come see you? That's one of the things we're looking to try to change.
So you got your own promo out there. Really put your own promo out there. Uh-huh.
Right. That is correct. Looking to try to change. And I think this league is a league that's actually going to be able to change the way that developmental football is being seen right now. Especially with having, this is my first time ever in 14 years having a championship game, being a part of a league that has a championship game being played in a college stadium. That speaks volumes.
That is. That's big. That's
big. That's big. So it's a lot of different things that go into it, but you actually have to have a passion. It can't be something you just want to do just to be doing it, because it's going to be some rough nights. There's going to be some hard work involved. So you're going to have a passion because that's what's going to drive you.
Right.
In order to do this.
Hey, ex-squatters. I know I got a whole room of ex-squatters, so we're going to put the ex-squad team here in the league, putting together a coaching staff. So I'll get ready. We're going to jump right in here. Nah, I don't even think that even happened. We can't even collect money up for it. I ain't even going to talk about y'all in here. But anyway, hey, what's in the, you don't have to tell me the exact investment, but what's like a range to actually run an effective team?
I would say on an average, you anywhere, I would say at least 10,000 minimum, 10 grand. It's going to be a minimum 10 grand because the rental of the facility is what's going to, cost you the most money. Those stadiums, they run anywhere from $400 to $600 per game. You may have anywhere from 4 to 5 games. That's just the stadium. That's not the security. That's not the referees.
Wow.
That's not
others. You got to think about the aesthetics of putting that game on. That as you just said that. So you got to run the electricity. You got to run the water. You got to run probably some kind of emergency personnel there. You really got to pay for that game, really. And ticket sales.
Right, that home. Right, that home game.
You hope you recoup from ticket sales, right?
Right. That is correct. You have to, and that's what we plan on doing here in Douglasville, the Raiders, is making our presence known. We actually are going to reach out to some of the local charities here and, go and help them out whenever we can. We plan on having a Toys for Tots event. Mm-hmm. So, making your presence known, because a lot of people, as I said, they don't even know anything about this level of football. They're surprised when you tell them that it is an adult developmental football league.
Right.
And they're surprised about it. So that's something we have to work on collectively as a league, as owners, and as a league as well, is actually advertising and getting the word out that, you do have a local developmental football team in your area and come out and support, because after all, these are the kids that just graduated high school. These are some of the kids that grew up in the same community a lot of times.
Right.
So, they're just carrying on. They continue to chase that dream, and they still need that support.
Now, I'm thinking of more aesthetics here. Now, I'm thinking, okay, so Tracy, being the commissioner, is based out of, I guess, Tennessee is where he's from, right?
Right, that's
how... All right, in a given weekend, like you said, as many teams as Georgia has, and then you got teams in South Carolina, and you got teams in North Carolina, and you got teams in Tennessee. So many games can be going on in a weekend. How do you? Unless y'all have official staff at each one of these games, how's everybody keep it on the up and up? Is it like an honor system that that everything be recorded correctly and done to the values and to the standards of this league?
Right. That is correct. So many of the owners have either played, majority of them have played before.
Okay.
So they pretty much understand the rules and the regulations and try to keep it at that. But the commissioner, like he said, he will be traveling around to different games to look and make sure everyone is doing what they're supposed to be doing. And the best thing is that he has those IDs, because that way a guy can't be on my team this weekend, play for someone else the next week. That's just, that's just not going to happen. But yeah, that is what it is, that most owners want to do it the right way. And that's what we do. We have a very high level of respect for each other, because we're all out here, putting in the same goal, same commitment level. We're all striving for the same thing, and that is to make this league a league to be seen as a stepping stone for these young men to go to the next level.
Right. Shout out to the players that's tuning in here. I know y'all share it amongst your social media, so we might have some guys tuning in. Shout out to y'all that's doing your thing, man, for real. Kudos to y'all, putting in the time, putting in the effort, and actually, taking your craft seriously, getting out there and doing something that you love, being passionate. You know what I mean? You could be doing whatever else, but you decide to take on this passion and continue developing. And, the sky's the limit for you. So kudos to you for that. Oh, man, let me see. We spoke about the league. We spoke about the high school. We spoke about the investment. We spoke about your marketing, your branding. Do you have, in your mind, how do you, and you spoke a little bit about it, I just want to hear a little bit more on that. How do you embrace the area? How do you embrace the neighborhood? How do you embrace Douglasville to come out to support this team and be at the games, per se? Because I'm interested in that, because that's a marketing thing there. So now I'm really interested.
That is correct. Yeah. That is correct. Well, first thing is, reach out to, my plan is to reach out and partner with the school where we'll be playing at. And I think this, any owner could use this. You partner with some of these schools, and you get with the different organizations in the school, and you use your game as a fundraiser. And what I mean, when I say a fundraiser, I mean,
part of the proceeds go to?
Right. Part of the proceeds, if they sell tickets, part of the proceeds go to that particular organization, such as the band, the cheerleaders, the football team, ROTC.
Okay.
Even the senior class, because, anyone who has had kids in high school, or any child, period, know that it's really hard to, raise money for different things, and
right.
it's really expensive, so I understand that, our organization, we understand that. So we want to partner with them, and partnering with them, hopefully the band will come out, and of course, wherever the band goes, parents are going to follow. If they sell those tickets, people are going to show up. They're going to want to see what the band is doing. They're going to want to see, hey, the lights are on over at the school. What is going on? We're going to put signs out. We're going to put up schedules in some of the local businesses around, and on top of all of that, our plan is to actually join the Chamber of Commerce here in Douglasville. So that's going to get us a lot of exposure also, by getting to know some of the business owners in the area, because a lot of them are sports fans as well.
Man, this is awesome, man. Good information. Like I said, people didn't know about this league, about your team, about this level of football. But like I said, we're the X Squad affiliates. We have a plethora of podcasts, especially sports podcasters. So anybody that you want to highlight, other teams, Tracy himself, the commissioner, whatever, so if you want to join on any of these other shows, like I said, we have a nice circle of podcasters who would love to talk football, love to talk these games. We might be able to get out and do live remotes at these games and everything, man. So we are interested in any and all those opportunities, for real, to help to drive people to your games. So yeah, we're very interested, man, in what you got going on. And hey, kudos to what you're doing, man. Big ups to that.
Hey, really appreciate that. Really appreciate the opportunity that you've given us to come out and talk about what we're doing, the league and the Georgia Raiders as well. And if anyone is really interested, you still think you got what it takes, you can contact myself, 404-438-1325, Coach Daly, or you can actually go to our website to get more information, GeorgiaRaiders.com.
All right, give me that number again. I'm going to put it in here one more time. Let me see. I'm putting it in the chat.
Right, 404 438 1325.
Okay. And the website?
GeorgiaRaiders.com.
All right, cool. Got it in there. Andre, very good, man. Very good. Very good information. Thank you on behalf of X Squad on Two Live Stews Radio Network for coming through.